What is going on with JLo? Why is everyone talking about her? JLo has had a rough start to 2024. This year doesn't seem to be shaping up the way JLo has had planned at all. Her name has been constantly in the press, but not for any good reasons. There's been a lot of criticism from fans about her being out of touch, charging excessively for concert tickets despite low sales, and she's been caught being rude to multiple people in public. And all that talk hasn't exactly painted her in the best light. JLo has found herself in a sea of controversy and negative media attention recently. It all started after the release of her highly promoted comeback album, This Is Me Now, which was marketed as her most personal project yet, and was supposed to be a pinnacle of her artistic career, similar to Beyoncé's Lemonade or Ariana's Sweetener. But the release has actually backfired and been blowing up in her face. People on social media have been tearing her apart, with fans saying that she's trying too hard to be relatable and is completely out of touch. You could tell JLo really wanted this album to be the one that finally got her some artistic respect and be a huge hit like Beyoncé's Lemonade album. But sadly for her, it didn't turn out that way. The album and film totally tanked. It only lasted a week on the Billboard Hot 200, which wouldn't be such a big deal if she didn't put $20 million into the film herself. Despite multiple people telling JLo not to finance and make the film, JLo decided to take a chance on herself with the film. But despite her ambition, the film comes across as all over the place and scattered and too self-centered to really grab your attention, or be seen as artistically impressive. Alongside the film and album, she released a documentary showing the making of the movie. It seems like the aim of the documentary is to highlight just how authentic JLo is, alongside capturing the making of the movie itself. This theme of authenticity has been present throughout her whole career, from songs like I'm Real to Jenny from the Block to Same Girl. JLo has always tried to show that she can be both real while being famous. But now it feels like she's practically pleading with the public to show how genuine she is at this point, which, ironically, only highlights how out of touch she actually is. The film ultimately is a love story, and tries to pack so much into one storyline, which made it seem pretty disjointed and try-hard. The documentary detailing the film's production tries to persuade the audience beforehand of the greatness, daring, and boldness of the artistic risks that JLo has taken with the film and album. It also aims to portray JLo not only as a hard worker, but as someone effortlessly magnetic. But ultimately, the documentary actually outed her as an artist and a person that only has yes men around her, and showed how out of touch and self-absorbed she actually is. JLo's self-indulgent image worked back in the tabloid era because she still had a finger on the pulse of what was considered trendy and cool, and she had a powerhouse team backing her at Sony back in the day. But there comes a point when you have to accept that you're no longer the ultra-relatable girl from the Bronx. She lacks the genuine relatability and charisma of someone like Cardi B, a Bronx native. JLo putting $20 million into her own film might seem brave and gutsy, but is a little less impressive after it's revealed in the documentary that lots of companies turned down her idea for her visual album and film, saying visual albums don't sell. But let's be real. If it was Beyoncé, Taylor Swift, Rihanna, or Ariana Grande pitching it, studios would be fighting to get their hands on their new musical projects because they've got super devoted fans and crazy demand. JLo, on the other hand, doesn't quite have the same hype and fan base. Her album, documentary, and film are all gearing up for her upcoming tour, called the This Is Me Now tour. But earlier this month, JLo and her team quietly switched it up to the This Is Me Live tour, basically turning it into a greatest hits show instead of a tour for her new album after all the social media backlash. Variety says it's because they weren't selling enough tickets for the original tour name, and had a bad rep from the movie and documentary. With the movie and documentary not doing so well, and people seeing how out of touch she's been, people have taken to TikTok and the internet sharing their not-so-great experiences with JLo. There have been multiple people on TikTok and other social media outlets that have come out to complain about her rude behavior towards them, and JLo being cheap during outings. With all of the negative attention, JLo seems to be putting in a lot of effort lately to try to win back her fans. But now with everything going on and the influx of people complaining about her, some people are questioning if her team is trying to do some damage control to boost her image again. There's been a flood of comments under her recent Instagram post, all saying the same thing. She shared a series of photos, including one at a restaurant, and suddenly there's an overwhelming number of repetitive AI-generated comments praising her behavior at the restaurant. With multiple comments from bots saying, "I work at the restaurant where I had dinner today. She was very regal, and I had the honor of presenting her salad." It felt like her team might have paid for these AI comments, because there were multiple accounts saying the exact same thing about serving her food. Then, people started trolling her, leaving sarcastic comments about their experiences serving her. It turned into a bit of a joke, with everyone poking fun at the situation. With all of this JLo backlash, she's off to a less than ideal start to the year. We'll see how successful her tour is when it happens. Have you guys seen the movie and documentary? And will you guys be going to the tour? What do you think about all of it? Let us know in the comments below. If you liked watching this video, then hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you always stay informed with all the latest celeb news as soon as it's out. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one!